Welcome to Free to Cook. In this episode we're going to be making our own chicken stock. Nothing beats homemade chicken stock. Store-bought stock has a lot of salt in it and it can affect the taste of the dish. I made this batch of stock specially for my paella recipe, which you can find on the channel. By making your own stock you'll have full control over the seasoning of your dishes. To start off with, you're going to need the largest pot you have. To this, add your leftover chicken bones or offcuts. I had some uncooked chicken bones left over from pan roasting some chicken for dinner the night before, but the remains of a roast chicken will work perfectly too. Next, add 2 onions cut into quarters with the skin left on. The skin of the onion will add colour to the stock. Add 2 or 3 roughly chopped carrots. It's also great to add some celery, but I didn't have any at the time. Then some fresh thyme. You can also use dried, followed by some fresh rosemary. Next, you want to add 2 bay leaves. I'm using G-Fresh's great range of spices and dried herbs. Then add 8 or 9 whole black peppercorns. 2 teaspoons of garlic, whole or minced works fine. Finally, pour in as much water as your pot can hold, but make sure to give yourself a bit of a buffer. This is in case the heat spikes because you don't want your liquid to overflow. Place the pot over medium heat. You'll need to adjust your temps up or down until your water is just simmering. The length of time you want to leave it is a personal choice. I normally leave mine simmer for 4 hours, but you can go as long as 12. When the stock begins to simmer, you'll find on top a small amount of what looks like pond scum. Make sure to remove it because it can affect the flavour of the stock. Once you've found that perfect temperature for the pot to simmer, it's a matter of leaving it to do its thing. So it's been about 5 hours at this point. This stock is looking and smelling amazing. It's reduced down nicely and all the ingredients have released all their wonderful flavours. It's time to take it off the heat. Then you want to find another pot or a bowl that you can transfer the stock to. Using a strainer, pour the stock through to remove any large pieces of veg or meat. Some people like to strain it a number of times to make sure they get rid of everything, but I'm not that fussy. Let the stock cool before placing it into containers. I've poured most of the stock into containers that can go in the freezer. I've kept a jar of stock for cooking paella. Make sure to check out that video. There you have it. Beautiful homemade chicken stock. Store-bought stock has a